So what's next?
So transitioning super smoothly.
Well, listen. Sometimes it
smooth.
works. Sometimes it doesn't.
I wanted to. I want to end it on Wonder Woman.
Speaking of superheroes.
Speaking of superheroes,
I tried.
I want to talk about Wonder Woman because we don't have to just talk about games on this podcast. It can be anything we want. It can be anything you want. But I do want Wonder Woman. I want to pull up some stats here because Wonder Woman, first good DC movie. Let's give a round of applause. Right? So yeah, Wonder Woman came out. I think it's been like 2 weeks now. But I wanted to
I have
talk
some fun
about
facts. Gal Gadot, who is it? Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. She recorded or whatever she acted as Wonder Woman whilst pregnant.
Yeah, I had read something
Did
that
you
they
really?
had.
Yes.
Yeah, I had read
She
something they like
5 months.
they
I
cut
think?
they cut like a triangle into the center of her costume and put like a green screen fabric on it.
Yeah, no. Like
so that they could CGI her belly flat.
They
Oh
cut,
my God! No way.
Yeah,
That's
her
really
whole
cool.
belly was just like a watermelon green, and then they just CGI'd her like.
Flat with the rest of the costume.
Yes.
That's incredible.
It also
Yes.
helps to have. Did you see the photo of her stunt doubles? They
No.
are actual Amazons. Like
my
they're
God.
all
They're
taller
real.
than her.
They're out here.
Man.
They're out here.
Yo,
I have
the
the
vapors.
vapors.
Like
I wanted to get some. Where is
Also,
this?
there was a huge rumor going around that they
Release.
paid the actor for Superman like some ridiculous amount of money, like $13
$1
million.
Yeah, which is low.
And then they only paid her $30,000. Not true. Totally not true. I believe they paid this exact same amount because it's their first superhero movie or whatever. So like they're not gonna get paid. But as like the movies, you know, if they go into trilogies or whatever,
Right.
they'll pay them
Okay.
more. So I think she even got paid a little more than
Than Henry
Superman.
Cavill,
Yeah. Which
She's a big name.
so
Big
well
movie.
deserved. Oh my God, her performance was amazing.
So
I haven't seen it
here's some stats.
Raise your hand if you haven't seen it. Raise your hand if you're also the worst person in the world. Get out of here.
Raise your feet. So some stats for Wonder Woman because it broke the record for the highest grossing or highest opening weekend for a female director.
Yeah.
okay.
It opened to $103.3 million domestic. Biggest domestic opening for a female director. Directed by Patty Jenkins. She did Monster. That was
Yes.
her last feature film. Was
Nice.
Monster.
I heard she got confirmed actually for doing
Wonder
the
Woman
sequel.
2?
Yeah.
You have to at that point. She's gold at this point.
Yeah.
She's just gonna. She's ridiculous.
Teraflops everywhere.
Worldwide, as of right now, has made $591 million, making it the 6th highest grossing film of 2017.
How does that stack up?
So
as far as you know, how does that stack up to like other superhero movies?
You got what's the highest right now? I think superhero movies are in the billions. I think
But
what was
for
the
DC
movie
especially.
Yeah, like
for the DC movies?
yeah, like how does she stack up against like
For sure,
Dawn
she
of Justice?
blew,
or
she blew them out of the water.
Keep talking while I search this. Keep talking about Wonder Woman.
So
Oh,
I find it really interesting, by the way, that
What?
she was in the army.
yeah.
Like
she
I
was,
think Israeli Defense Force.
militant. Yeah.
Yeah, IDF.
Don't you have to be in the army if you're?
If you're an Israeli, I
Israeli?
think they have.
I think it's required like 4
I thought
years.
you were gonna say, don't you have to be in the army to be a superhero,
It probably helps.
or have a ridiculous amount of money? Either
One of the two, really.
You know,
I mean,
whatever. So you hadn't seen it, but I'm not going to tell you anything about it except for the fact that I left the theater.
Crying?
No.
Oh, okay.
I cried at one point because it was just like so
Cool.
just awesome.
You were proud to be a lady.
I was so proud. Like now I get why guys are always like because
Dude,
I walked.
I was proud to be a lady. I
walked
wanted to be a lady
out
when
of
I
the
walked out of that
theater.
movie.
James's estrogen levels were through the roof
I
that
walked
night.
out of that theater and I was like, I'm ready to fight somebody. Let's go. Bring me a bear. I'm
Well,
gonna wrestle it.
she's technically indestructible. So
Okay. Well, Game Chatter,
Her
Instagram.
so
There's-
she's just discovering her powers in this movie. Like so
Right.
yeah, she's not quite yet.
yeah, because in my mind, my picture of Diana is like 10 years into being part of the Justice League,
no. This
where
is,
that lady could just like flick a building and it would collapse.
She's stronger than Superman.
Yeah. She is. She
Well,
punched him in the
she's
face.
stronger than regular Superman.
Yeah, she's not stronger than God Superman.
Yeah,
for-
not Omega Superman. Sorry.
So this is why I like Wonder Woman so much.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of superheroes I don't like.
But you don't like them because you just don't like
No,
they
I
don't do
don't-
anything for
I
you, or
don't-
you just I don't like you.
No, I don't like them.
I don't like you.
Because they have too much power. Maybe.
Such as?
like godlike power.
Like Soups?
Okay. Superman bores the shit out of me because I'm like, whatever, just like fix it with
Because
magic.
no one tells good Superman stories. Superman can actually be a really versatile character. It's an immigrant story.
I understand that, but like, for example, Jay got so mad at me because he loves the Flash. I hate it. It bores the shit out of me.
Why? Because
it's
he's too powerful?
Because whatever, I'll just go back in time and fix it.
Okay.
So
Who?
it's like the Flash. We've had this conversation off
But
camera.
we,
Yeah, we
have
have.
had this conversation. They keep telling you can't just go back and fix it. There's
But he
more
does!
things. No, he doesn't. Things
Okay,
go
well,
wrong.
in
He
the
breaks
show.
everything.
Exactly, but he doesn't learn his lesson. He goes back like 2 or 3 times.
Yes, and then he finally learns. Oh my god, I can't do this with you. You refuse to just. You
Okay.
refuse to accept
So-
So
reality.
the problem that I have is that like somebody dies
Uh-huh.
and I'll be like, whatever, just like
Fix it with magic.
fix it with magic.
Superhero magic.
Superhero god magic, just like you're alive now. So I like Batman. I like Wonder Woman. I like these Spider-Man. These superheroes who are super,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, they have like a moral compass. They're like, yeah, I could probably fix it,
Mm-hmm.
but I won't because.
Okay. So
I
what do
see you
you?
shaking
How do
your
you
head.
feel about someone?
Oh no,
who's
no, because I just
Oh.
searched the highest grossing comic book film
Mhm.
of all time was the first Avengers
Yeah, that was a
at
real good one.
$1.5 billion worldwide.
was
Wow.
really good.
Okay.
Right above it is Jurassic Park because it's the top
Not
5.
a superhero.
It's top 5.
Okay.
No, these are the top 5. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
I picture a T-Rex with a little cape, like.
Oh my God.
It's like
Don't play
a little
games
Spider-Man-
because fucking
a
what's her
little-
name? Moon Girl. Her
Can
best
you-
friend is Rex.
Can you imagine a little Spider-Man fucking
T-Rex?
T-Rex is like.
So it's Jurassic World at 1.6 billion. Then you have Star Wars: The Force Awakens at number 3 with 2 billion.
Okay.
Titanic still at number 2 with 2.1 billion.
And what's number 1?
Avatar at 2.7 billion
Really?
worldwide.
Avatar was $2.7
flying.
billion.
Bitch,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Superman.
How?
What?
I don't even remember
My
Avatar.
own-
Can't talk over each other.
Sorry,
Stop.
I wasn't even talking to anyone. I was just talking
I
to
know,
myself.
but still, it's chatter on there.
All right. So getting back to what you were saying, because I really like where you're going with this.
Oh, cool.
So I now know why you don't like certain superheroes.
Yeah.
And I get, and that's totally fair. Like, you're too much, bro. There's too much happening there. It's not fair to everyone else.
Yeah.
But Diana, she's essentially all powerful.
Right.
She's got tools.
Yeah,
Multiples of them.
for sure.
Okay.
She's
and
actually stronger without them. Her bracers keep her powers contained.
so
But
that
they
being
deflect.
said, though, doesn't she technically fall into that same category of someone who's too powerful?
But the thing is, you can be too powerful
Mm-hmm.
and still like no. You can be humble about it. You know what I mean?
And you don't think
Superman-
Soups is humble?
Superman is only humble.
I'm not
about
asking
Oh,
you
no,
that.
I'm
I'm not
so
asking you
sorry.
that rhetorically. I mean, like, really, do you not consider Superman's character to be not
no,
humble?
absolutely. He's absolutely selfish.
In what way?
Because he's like, I have to save the world, but not because like humanity, but because he's like, I am God.
it. No, that's the opposite. He saves the world. He saves the world based on the values that he grew up with.
I get
if
it
he
that
thought
he-
of himself
he
as a god,
cares about
injustice
man.
would happen.
No, I totally get like
He saves people because he knows, because he's like, I have these powers, I need to help.
correct.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
But he's not doing it
there's
for his
some-
own selfish
but-
reasons.
But there's some like, I totally side with was it Batman versus Superman that it was like, God, Superman is a terrorist. Superman is a fucking terrorist
How is he a terrorist?
Okay.
because he's like, I'm gonna fucking break all these buildings,
Oh,
but I
okay.
saved your life.
Hold on.
You're welcome.
Because
But that's
I'm-
not terrorism.
I'm sure in
I
the
know
room.
it's not
wait.
terrorism.
In the room, I'm
Not terrorism.
positive.
Wait, no. Whoa. Way too derailed. We're now talking about fucking
Can the title be Superman is a terrorist?
Superman is a terrorist.
Terrorist.
No, we're not going into this. What about Wonder Woman? Talking about Wonder Woman. We're talking about the DCEU. So Wonder Woman, super huge success critically and commercially.
Uh-huh.
Great fan reviews. Like everyone's loving
like
Wonder
it, yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
So do you think Wonder Woman is obviously it's a great step for the DC cinematic universe.
sure.
Right.
Clearly, because
Yeah.
clearly they've been in a
Yeah,
rut.
they're up in the game though.
Yeah. Now, Do you think that the studios are going to look at this movie and go, oh, okay, they really liked what we did with Wonder Woman. They're going to learn from it, listen to the audience, change things moving forward? Or do you think they're going to go, oh, okay, well, that was good, but let's stick to the formula? Like, what do you think is happening over there? Do you think that the next movie is going to be better? What do you think Justice League, you think it's going to be just as good?
I don't know.
Because I don't think Justice League is not going to be as good as Wonder Woman.
I'm nervous. Oh, yeah, I'm nervous because you put a lot of characters together and it's either going to be an Avengers or a Suicide Squad, you know? Like,
and I think I'm leaning a little more towards Suicide Squad with it.
Because there's not going to be enough time to, like, really...
I see your levels low.
I was like...
Wait a damn minute.
Which is why they're making the separate movies. And I think that's better because I feel like if Suicide Squad had taken the time to really, like, tell the stories of each character... It would have been better.
And the movie would have been 4 hours long.
And what I liked about
like separate movies.
Oh, well, yeah, but then you know how much money the studio would have taken forever. The studio's got to pour a ton of money into that.
You don't think people would have paid for that shit?
No.
What? Harley Quinn's story?
Who wants to see a 2-hour movie about Captain Boomerang?
No one wants to see
No one gives a shit about that guy.
It doesn't have to be a 2-hour movie about Boomerang. It would just like... Maybe like 2 of those characters in one. I don't know.
I get what you're. But
I see what you're saying. That
they're
like
too minor.
Hold on. An ensemble cast is really hard to do when you don't have a build-up.
Right.
Like the Avengers did.
Correct.
But I think that's what Wonder Woman was good at. It was a smaller story.
Yes.
It was about her. It was about what's going on in that specific time. And they were able to flush stuff out. They were able to give her those moments with Chris Pine's character and have them actually develop and have things go on and give her that emotion and let her kind of figure out the world as you go. I think with Justice League, you just have a ton of fucking people and you don't get that attachment like what Marvel did with the Avengers. So I think it goes down. Personally.
Did they give her too much time with Pine? Because she was like...
No, I thought it was great.
I haven't seen, so I can't tell you.
No.
Oh, my God.
Don't tell me.
No. It's during an interview. Like,
where she's giving him...
He's like giving an
I
answer.
saw that. She's like...
And she's just like...
Yeah.
No, she doesn't bite her lip.
Yes,
she does.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Because I saw her just looking a little too long, and she was just like catches herself like.
She's like,
oh fuck! Like I gotta not stare at him.
And I'm like, oh God, I wish you would look at me that way.
And Chris Pine's just staring at the camera. He's just
Chris Pine doesn't give a shit. He knows. He felt the disturbance in the titty force. He knew what was happening.
Yeah, but Gal Gadot's fucking engaged. Like she can't be doing that.
And has a kid.
She's got a baby.
And married.
Yep.
Is the baby in the army?
It will be.
It will be.
Just you wait.
So yeah, what do you think? Do you think? Well, you haven't seen the movie.
I haven't, but I mean.
And do you follow like all the comic book movies? Do you watch them?
I do, but I don't like movie theaters, so I just wait until they come out and I just watch them at home.
I wish that they were VOD.
Yeah.
I wish they were day of VOD.
Yep.
But those are for bad movies.
No, video on demand?
Yeah.
No, I wish it was just right
video
there.
on demand. I don't know why I thought of like straight to DVD.
Like I think
basically what it is.
I get what you were saying about Justice League, how it's a lot of characters.
Uh-huh.
But the Avengers made it work. And
the Avengers made it work because you got to know those characters in their own movies and they were fleshed out. So when they came together, it was not only a time buildup where you had all this time to like kind of like, oh my God, the Avengers are getting together, but you also got a feel for all the characters. You got invested with them. You knew what they were like. So when they finally did come together, it was this fucking moment.
Yeah, and they only did
building for years.
And they only did like
well,
they only did like the main, like the founding fathers. Because we didn't get like a series of Hulk movies that led up to Hulk being in there one day. They're like, okay, this guy now plays the Hulk. But too bad we don't get Edward Norton.
There was Hulk movie. Well, do you know why they didn't?
Why?
He wanted to be the villain of the movie, and he wanted way too much money.
Really now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, whatever. It happens.
And they were like,
no. We'll give this other guy whose name currently escapes me.
Mark Ruffalo.
That guy.
Who I actually like him the most.
I think he's a cool Hulk.
I
like him
as a potato chip.
Okay, we'll return to that in a second.
No, we won't.
So, but there was no Black Widow movie, which
all.
would have been dope. I would have loved to see a Black Widow movie because all the intrigue behind the Romanov family and all that stuff would have been cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But there
I was gonna say in Winter Soldier she gets like she's a really big
part of that story arc, right? But
story.
like I would have loved to have seen a dedicated Black Widow movie.
Okay, I agree.
At the very least, if nothing else, origin.
Yeah.
Like that's
and it's not like Wonder Woman is the first superhero movie to like have a woman in it because there is Black Widow,
right?
But I feel like it's the first one that's like empowering because Black Widow's like,
I'm an assassin.
assassin. I'll kill you with my thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she'll fucking murder you.
Oh no, she's badass.
She's a John Wick.
So badass.
She's the Marvel universe.
She's Wick with tits.
Yeah, but this is like Wonder Woman's more about like, I don't know. She's just
the Dead Man's Land scene.
Where she
like gave me the biggest like pride boner.
That's where I was like,
oh my god.
Oh, pride boner.
I was like, I'm gonna go buy a fucking set of boots
and an
with
American
wedges
flag.
and an American flag. I'm gonna tie it around my body.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk out into dead. Dude, it really is like the turning point of the movie. It's when like shit gets real.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the part of the movie where I'm like that and the cathedral scene.
Yeah. And I like that she's like, no, we have to do the right thing. But don't worry, like I got this. Like you don't have to put your lives in danger. If they do or don't, that's up to them.
Or not even. She's just like, I'm
gonna do it.
You can fuck off. I gotta go.
Yeah, like you can go do your thing. I'm gonna go save people.
And like the entire like
and
leading
again,
up,
moral compass. Like
and leading up to that, like Steve keeps telling her like, stop. You can't help these. You can't help everyone. We gotta go. We gotta go. Look at the big picture. And finally, she's just like, stop.
Yeah.
Like stop. I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah.
And she does it.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Like it really, really is. Like
there was a tweet that I had read that it was fucking perfect, where the whole movie is basically Diana, no, and she goes, Diana, yes.
Just leaves.
That's the whole movie right there.
That's it.
Diana, yes.
Diana, yes, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna watch it when it comes out on the.
You have to.
At some point, or I'll pirate it. Who knows?
Okay, that's cool. So do you think?
You wouldn't download a car? Fuck you, I would.
So do you think DC learns from this?
I think they really like,
I
especially.
think they should.
Female director. I mean, she fucking nailed it.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I loved it.
It's a movie I could watch over and over.
Yeah. And also,
and
Themyscira.
over.
Look what happens when stuff is bright and light and isn't super dark and like, oh, look at all the color.
Yes, that's the thing that.
Yeah, DC has a bit of an issue with that. They're like, let's make everything sad and
Let's
upsetting.
mute everything.
Mute everything.
Gonna be dark.
Do you guys have? How many blue lenses can we put? Can we put a blue and a gray one in front of the camera? Like filters, anything? How many filters?
Put a little yellow one in there. I want some yellow tones.
Just to give them hope. And then we'll take it out.
I get why they do it for Batman, because Batman.
Everything is noir Batman.
But like Superman's supposed to be like bright color, like super.
But I think that's because in the Superman movie they try to humanize him and show like that internal conflict. Like, my dad's dead.
My dad's
I get
dead.
that, but
I'm supposed to be like a god. Like, why couldn't I stop? Like, why couldn't I just fly over there and pick him out?
That's the biggest bullshit of that entire movie.
Yeah,
he could have clearly gone on. No one would have even noticed when Pa Kent was like, "No," I'd be like, "Fuck off."
I think it's
I'm not
because
gonna let you die in a twister. Get the
I
fuck
think
out of here.
I think it's mainly just because he didn't want him to expose himself to.
But he wouldn't have. He would have been there and back before anyone knew what happened. They'd be like,
how did he get over here?
2 words.
Who gives a fuck? There's a tornado.
2
No one knows
words.
what's happening.
Those words are
Camera phone.
No one would have. There is
There
a
are storm
tornado
chasers.
happening.
no. She's right. There probably was somebody in that crowd theoretically could have been like, "Look at the crazy storm. Look at this guy by his car."
They'll see a blink.
Okay, but still,
Prove
there
it
was
was
a
me.
person there. He's not there. Now he's there with his dad.
It's bullshit. He should have saved his dad. He's
We
an
are
asshole.
derailing
He's an asshole.
so far.
But it's fine. I think that's good though. We covered Wonder Woman. I think it's a step in the right direction for DC. I think they should listen to their audience. I think they should listen to the feedback they're getting and the amount of praise they're getting for this movie.
Yeah.
And move forward that way.
I think Justice League will be dope.
I think Justice League will be good, but I don't think it'll be as good as when we have like the standalone Aquaman movie, directed by the same director as The Conjuring, James
Don't
Wan.
use the word Aquaman around me. Remember my Game of Thrones reference.
Conjuring.
But I think it'll be that's like the best. I think it'll be a better I think all the standalone movies are going to be better than the Justice League movies, and I think DC should stop trying to chase Marvel with like having these massive set piece ensemble movies.
No.
Just do what's good. People want good DC
do a
movies.
story.
Make them.
Yeah.
You know, like some of my favorite movies from the Marvel lineup like aren't the Avengers movies.
Yeah, like Millie, for instance, she hates like A-class heroes. She loves like Ant-Man.
Yeah,
and, like Black
Guardians.
Panther. Yeah, Guardians. Like
Those are some of my
Guardians is
favorites.
great.
Like
Her favorite's
I
Ant-Man
can't wait
right
for
now.
the Black Panther movie. That trailer looked amazing.
Oh
you know?
my God, yes.
Trailer looked really good.
That's
So I think if they
nuts.
stick to stories like that and they stick to those like really concise and focused like pieces of film, it'll be better. But yeah, that's my take. But I think that's an episode. I think that's episode 2 in the books.
We did it.
We did it.
We did a thing.
Like I said at the beginning.
Huzzah.
Like I said at the top of the episode, if you want to watch this topic by topic, you can watch it Monday through Thursday on our YouTube channel, which is Game Chatter. Or if not, you can wait till Friday where the whole thing goes up in one solid chunk. And Friday also it'll be up on SoundCloud if you want for your audio, for your ear tickles. Like
Put it into your ear holes.
My name is James. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jigamuth. That's JIGGAMUTH.
I thought you were gonna be like T-I-double-G-R.
Double gurger. Mitzi, where can they find you? Where are they going?
They can find me on Instagram.
Tell them.
Okay.
Tell them.
Okay.
Tell them.
Tell them.
You can find me on Instagram at Mitzi Mouse. If fun little Wonder Woman thing is on Game Chatter Instagram, where I jump off a hardcore parkour. And,
right after the movie. She
right
got
after the Wonder
real
Woman.
hype.
Yeah, right after the Wonder Woman movie, I was just like, and they got me in a great picture. Check it out.
You're also a mermaid.
Well, all right,
them
we're
about
gonna
that.
we're gonna
Plug
add
your-
that.
We're
Plug
doing
your
that
mermaids.
thing now.
Plug your mermaids. Plug it.
I am a mermaid. So if you want to check out my
She
weird
is.
mermaid, no, it's not a joke. It's a real.
She's really literally
What's your
a
mermaid Instagram?
I am a professional mermaid at Mermaid Mitzi.
No underscores, no nothing.
Nope,
just mermaid
all
Mitzi.
all one.
Beautiful. Check it out. It's actually really, really dope.
It's fun.
She's been doing it for a while now.
Yep.
And the pictures are super cool. They're really cool. Especially when she's in a spring and all of a sudden it's mermaid. You're like, what the fuck?
I love how people are like, "Can you get that thing wet?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
Yeah, I got a mermaid tail that has to
It's
stay
a
dry.
sand tail. It only works in the desert.
And then I get in the water and they're like,
Oh my god! In that exact face.
"That exact."
Y'all turned into dumb walruses. Where are my tusks? Where can they find you?
In the club.
Tell
I had to. You know, I've had that shit locked and loaded. Are you kidding me?
Get the fuck out of here! Bye. No, just kidding.
Would you possibly have bottles full of bub?
I don't know. I don't know enough of the lyrics to answer that
Mama,
question.
got what you need.
Bottles full of bub, mama.
I'll wait for him.
Making love, so come give me a hug.
All right, so where can they find
Where
you?
can they find you?
So
Sorry.
they can find me. Y'all can find me on
Y'all.
either Instagram at
Tanner
Eli
Lynn, you
the
can find
Captain,
me.
all one word, okay? Or you can find me on Twitter at Eli_the Captain. There's really not a lot happening on either of those.
You can-
Instagram, a lot of dog pictures, and
Oh.
occasionally
The
food,
cutest, though.
but that's about it.
You could also find him on any smooth jazz radio station. Kind of just getting real intimate.
So smooth.
101.5.
No, don't plug that in.
Live.
Lick my butt.
Oh
my
fuck!
God.
You didn't go Light FM.
No.
You went to lick my butt.
yeah. Well, lick my balls, but sure.
Just kidding.
Well, on
Wish.
that note, lick my butt, everyone. That's gonna be our sign off.
Bunch of motherfuckers.
Oh, also subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're there watching this.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah, you do. Please. There's a lot of cool
Let's
stuff.
plays. We also do Let's Plays. We're doing more fun Let's Plays and stuff like that. We have a ton of series we've already done. Check those out. But that's it. So we'll see you.
Bye.
What? Hold on. What? Oh, Elias and I also do a podcast. Thank you, producer Jay. Plugging.
Always a
Our other
plug.
podcast called The Dairy Aisle,
Is dope.
which is
Because that's
it's
where
both
you
of us.
find all the cheese.
Oh,
Cheese
It was my idea, and I'm leaving.
So yeah, it's a podcast. It's a conversational podcast. We also do weekly. That's gonna go up on SoundCloud. It's just us. Like we
Yeah.
get to just sit down and
And
talk
curse
about
at
shit.
each other.
Yeah, and kind of info dump and kind of be ourselves a little bit. But so that goes up every week on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
We're still setting that up. We have to. SoundCloud's
Yeah.
tricky, but we're gonna do that. It's also gonna be on iTunes soon, eventually. But we'll let you know. So check that out. But that's about it. That's everything.
Bye,
So we'll see
everybody.
you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.